Hello and welcome to Word for All Season. The message you are about to hear will transform your future and destiny. The Word of God is living and powerful. The principle Pastor Matthew is going to share a proven principle in the circle of life. It has transformed millions of people's life and it could change you too. Life principle never change. Methods may change but principle remain the same. So here is Pastor Matthew.
Today I wanted to talk to you about teamwork. Now, teamwork is the way the dream works. There is nothing much you can achieve in the world without teamwork. Now, we are social beings. We are all connected with one another. We can never have a meaningful life or even a boring life without people. People are the greatest asset that you can ever think of having. We all are created for a purpose. Discovering your purpose and serving your purpose or your life mission is the way you make your life really meaningful. When Mother Teresa had a purpose, she left everything, came to Calcutta and lived for the poor. When Abraham Lincoln had a purpose, he served the nation even to the death. When David Livingstone had a purpose, he went to Africa to explore Africa, to make the man-eaters as man-lovers. And when Jesus had a purpose, he went to the cross, he died. So when you have a purpose, everything that comes in your life, you will learn to enjoy. Whether it's a good time or bad time, when you have a purpose, nothing seems to be tedious or tiring, nothing seems to be boring and painful. When you have a purpose, it doesn't matter how much pain you go through, how much loneliness you go through, you will be always enjoying because you have a purpose. Now, in order to achieve your purpose, you need to build a team. Without building a team, you will be able to achieve very, very little. Building a team is the way you build your dream. Look at any people around you, whether it's Bal Thackeray who starts Shiva Sena, or Alke Advani, or who developed BJP, he was one of the main guy, or Sonia Gandhi, or anybody, or your guy in your village who became influential. They all become because they build a team. Building team is the way you can get your life established. Some people make this mistake. I had seen they started off with a team, they build the team and they become very successful, and they, after a while, they become insecure with their own team members. They try to reduce their team member size and try to make him less influential. Some people get worried. What if he become more famous? What if he breaks away and starts something else? And what if everybody follows him? And out of these unknown fears and insecurity, they start kicking out their team members or trying to avoid. I had always seen them coming down, dashing straight down. They lost everything. And teamwork is the way you really become effective. Now, when you talk about teamwork, team building is not accidental, it's incidental. Nobody can have a team automatic. There are people who get attracted to you, who likes your purpose. There are people who comes near to you to work with you. But if you want them to stay with you, you must learn to nurture your team, nurture on a regular basis. For people to come and subscribe your purpose as a team member, starting off, you must have a compelling purpose in you, and you must be able to communicate that purpose crystal clear to people. People need a good sense of direction. Even if you make a team of gangsters, or whatever team you make, whatever purpose you have, you can achieve your purpose only by a team. So in order for you to build a team, number one, you must have a compelling purpose. You need to discover the purpose that you have within yourself. What do I live for? What do I want to see? What do I want to say about myself in that stage? It's so important to think such kind of thoughts in your life. And the second thing, you have a purpose is good, but you must learn to communicate your purpose crystal clear to the people who comes to follow you. People should know what you stand for. People should know what you like and what you don't like. People should know what is your convictions and what kind of principles you have in your life. And you have to have a common values. You should hold a common value among your team members. When you build a team, you should never ask your team member to do something which you are not ready to do. I like Alibaba and 40 Thieves. You know why? Every time Alibaba finished his robbery, he come back and he share with all his 40 thieves. Sometimes I feel Alibaba was a better person than many of the so-called leaders in our community. They rob or they cheat or they make everything, but they make only for themselves. But the clever people, when they build a team, everything they get, they share with one another. So I want to talk to you about this 8-letter called teamwork. 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 So when you talk about the teamwork, let's look into the first word, T. T stands for trust. If you wanted to build a team, your team members has to trust you, number one. So how can I gain my team members' trust if I am the team leader? Simple. Number one, they must be able to see through me. They must be able to see through who I am, who am I, what am I standing for, what's my conviction, what's my aims and objectives. They must be able to see through. In order to build a team, the people who are in your team must be able to trust you, and you must be willing to trust them. The enemy of trusting is the fear and insecurity. We sometimes we have fear, we get fear. What if I trust? What if he misuse my trust? What if he betray me? If you want to grow, if you want to see your vision fulfilled, if you want to become a successful man, get ready to be betrayed, get ready to be cheated. You meet any successful man, whether it's a business or an industry or a professional or anybody, they will all say that they have number of incidents where they've been betrayed, where they've been cheated, where they've been abused, or they've been taken for granted, or people took advantage of them. These are common things. So we don't need to be worried about it. This will happen. No matter how careful you are, you will come across a situation, people take advantage of you, people will betray you. Let him take advantage. What one thing you got to make sure, people take advantage only with your knowledge, not without your knowledge. That will happen only when you become mature. Somebody met a very successful man, asked him, what is the secret of your success? He said, good decision. He said, how did you make good decision? He said, I learned to make good decision out of my experience. How do you gather experience? By making bad decisions. So there is nobody can build a good team without trusting. Trust is two-way. You have to trust your team members, and your team members has to trust you as well. Now when I talk about the team, suddenly you get a picture in your mind that you are the team leader, everybody follows you. No, don't take that. In order to be a team leader, starting off you must be a team member. You got to get in order to give. You cannot give something that you haven't received. You don't have. So first you learn to be a team member. Some people don't like to be a team member. Some people don't like to be under a leadership. They think that if I'm under a leadership, they will take advantage or they will cheat me, they will betray me. Most of the people who think like that, they're very insecure and they have a strong sense of cheating or betraying. They have that within themselves. It's funny enough, we all see ourselves in others. If you are a very lustful man, every woman you see you get tempted, or every man whom you see you get weird dreams. You have a lust and you think everyone is like you. We always see ourselves in others. Only mature people, clever people learn to see beyond that. So, in order to be a team leader, in order to build a team, first you must become a part of a team. You have to play as a team member for a period of time. Team member means you follow the instruction of your leader, you trust him, you follow him up, you give yourself to him and work with him. That's the way you learn the trade and trick of the trade. If you play as a team member for a period of time, then you go out to make your own team, you will become a successful team leader because you have gained experience out of practicals. So in order to gain trust, you must be a consistent person, you must be loyal, and you must have a habit of delegating things. How can I grow a team? Having a team and making a team to grow is not by giving instructions, is not by giving orders and command, it's by delegating the work with authority and power. Some people give work, but they never give you authority. Some bosses are always busy because every decision is in their hand. The clever bosses, clever team leaders, they allow their people to make decisions. I was listening to one of my friends from USA. He was telling me that I allow my team members to make these mistakes every week. I tell my team members, you have to make one mistake every week without failure. But one thing I want to tell you, don't make the same mistakes again and again. You allow people to make mistakes. You delegate your power. Don't delegate the work alone. Delegate the work with responsibility. Your team members will take small responsibilities that will help them to grow to take bigger responsibilities. If I give to my team member a big responsibility, he will collapse. I have to check him out and start giving one by one. So number one, in order to build a teamwork, you must learn to trust people and the people have to trust you. The second thing is the economy of energy. You must learn to look after your team members. When you lead a team, you become the father of your team members. You are like a dad, like a good father. You look after them, you watch over them, you give them authority, you give them the power, you give them the work, and you watch them from the distance. And when they collapse, you go and pick them up. When you see they are fainting, or when they are not being able to manage it well, you go and give them a push. You teach them to manage their energy. You allow them to take regular holidays, free days, off day in a week. If you get some good people to work with you, I had seen some people make them to work like donkeys, and at the end they make them as donkeys. Donkeys don't achieve much. They may carry lots of weight. You have to train them like horses. If you have a trained horse, he is far better than a trained donkey. Donkey cannot be trained neither. So there is an economy in the energy. You must learn to look after them. You must learn to help them to manage their energies well. You must make sure that they look after their family. They have a healthy life. You must make sure they have good health. You must take care of your team members. There are two kinds of team. The farm team and a hired team. Farm team is the team that you grow up around you. Hired team are the team you hire the professional from outside. Farm team is far better than the hired team. Farm team will die for you. They are like your sons and daughters. They would do anything for you. You can't hire such teams. You have to grow them. And it's a process and it takes time. You can hire professionals. You give them big salary. Tomorrow somebody else offer them better salary. They'll say bye and they'll walk away. But you develop a farm team. Even if somebody offer them 10 times more than what you offer, they will not leave you, because there is a relationship is developed between them and you. There is a bond of affection, or bond of friendship, or bond of loyalty. When you care for your team, you learn to look after them. You anticipate the changes and you make the changes. You make the necessary need for them according to that. If you're a good leader, you will be able to read the heart of every team member. If you look into his eyes when he come to work, you can see what he's going through. If he's not looking good, stop the work. Don't talk to him business now. Help him to sit down and start talking to him about something else. Talk to him about family life. Talk to him about the problem. Talk to him about need. Talk to him how you can help him. Don't treat people like laborers. You will get people according to how you treat them. If you treat them as responsible, respectable, gentle people, they will become like that. But if you treat them without respect, they will never give you respect. I had seen people, they are very polite in front of their boss, but when they walk out of the boss room, they are very abusive about their boss. If you're a team leader, friend, I want to ask you, how do you want your people to talk about you? A wicked crook, a greedy monster, or a tricky master, or mild boss? He's such a wonderful guy. I love him. I will do anything for my boss. I know he's there for me. I know I can depend on him. What do you want your team members to talk about you? Do you want them to talk about you as a good leader or a monster? And if you're a monster, or if you're a slave master or a taskmaster, you may achieve a lot of things, but at the end, when you come to the age of 40 or 50, you will be alone. There will be no friends. Probably even your wife also may walk away from you. Your children also may not have regards for you. You may have lots of wealth, but no people. So the third, let us start with A, affirmation. Oh, this is something that everybody is craving for. People are longing for affirmation. The words of compliments, words of appreciation, words you tell them that you are good. Their face get bright now. We live in a world of rejection where we all are struggling to reject each other to make ourselves look better. Everywhere people are pushing themselves. In the bargain of pushing, they are trying to push everybody out. So in such world, people are craving for affirmation. How do I affirm people? How do I make people comfortable? Starting off, I will value the ideas. You appreciate them for what they are doing. When you have a new plans, when you discuss, allow people to criticize it. Allow people to make suggestions to it. Remember, because somebody criticized your ideas, because somebody made some suggestions, that doesn't nullify your ideas. Your ideas are your ideas. It stays within you. Nobody can take it out. But have an attitude where you incorporate other people into it, where they feel wanted, where they feel they are part of the ideas that you are creating. The more you can make people to own you and your work, more they will give themselves to you. If you have a team member, or if you have team members, tell them how much you appreciate them, how much you depend on them, how much you love them. And make sure your words are packed with action. That means giving them monetary gains, maybe some gifts once in a while, maybe sending them a nice card, maybe going out with them for a meal and have a friendly talk. You build a team not by all the time work. You build a team You work with them, you play with them, you laugh with them, sometimes you even gossip with them. Then you discuss with them and you build a bond. So next is stand for M. You got to learn to manage their mistakes. We all make mistakes. If you want to be a good team leader, when your team member make mistakes, you cover him. You talk to him, you help him to come out of it. Exposing the mistakes of your team member will eliminate your team member from you. Whenever your team member make a mistake, if you want to be a good team leader, you must rise up to cover his mistake. And if you're a team member, you also must learn to cover the mistake of your leader. The more high you climb, more vulnerable you are, more exposed you are. It's the job of the team members to cover their leader. If you follow a leader, you give your best to your leader. Don't amplify his mistakes. Minimize his mistakes. Don't talk about his mistakes. Talk about his good things. Because tomorrow you are also going to be a team leader. You become a failure only when you accept that you are a failure. Till that, every mistake you make is a stepping stone to your victory. So allow your team members to make mistakes. Some team leaders, some bosses are very strict. People who work under them, they are so scared of making mistakes. At the end, they'll end up taking no responsibilities, and the leader carry all the responsibility. By the age of 40 or 45, he will have a heart attack or a stroke. I don't think you want to be there. I really don't think you want to be there. You want to build a team where you have a long life and you'll enjoy that. Having some good friends around you is the greatest achievement that you can ever have. In case if those friends are in your team, in your company or in your job circle, then it's even more better. So the next one, this word W stand for weekly staff meeting. You got to meet your team members on a regular basis. Somebody you call he's my best friend or he's your team member, but you never make time to meet them, he will never be your team member. If you treat somebody as a team member, you have a regular meeting with them. And when you meet them, discuss with them. What are the progress you made in this past week? What are the areas where you're having difficulties with in this past week? And where do you need my help for making a decision? How can I help you? These are the 4 questions you must always ask your team members. What are the achievements? What are the mistakes you made? Do you need my help in making decisions? How can I help you? You know, when you ask that kind of questions, your team members feel much more comfortable. The next word stand for open communication. If you want to build a good team, be transparent and open with your team members. Don't have hidden agendas with your team members. Don't hide your emotions. If you are angry with your team member, you better tell him in the best of way. Say that I am angry with you. If he do something that you don't like, talk about him. If he is upset with you, try to find out why he is upset with you. Don't call somebody a team member, then keep him in the distance. He will not be your team member at all. I like one of the trick or one of the strategy people in America follows. Every person who wanted to become a president in America, before he go for the campaign for the presidency, he will write a book about himself. He will write a book. In that book, he will mention all the mistakes, all the failures, everything that he done, as honest as possible, so that when he start his campaign for presidency, his enemies have very little to pick on his past. Even if they pick up something, he'll say, I already written about it. People say, yeah, we know about it. You wrote about that. People love open communication. Develop an open communication with your team members. You don't allow your team members to live in presumptions and assumptions. You allow your team members to grow with you in understanding. Have a freedom with your team member where he can come and talk to you about his personal problems. Impatience can be a hindrance for open communication. And pride. Some people don't talk openly because they have pride. The next letter stands for R. It's a recognition of and reward. If somebody do good in your team, recognize him in the team and make sure reward. Your rewarding should not be just in words. Your rewarding should be in action. If I want to reward somebody, I have to give them something, or I have to take them out for something and make it in action. And the last letter, the teamwork, K, stands for keep learning. Always wear a L. Always wanted to learn. Our life is a journey, is not a destiny. Making money is not the destiny, it's only a process as you travel. Becoming famous is not your destiny, it's only something happens to you while you're busy in working. Becoming rich is not your destiny, it's something that happened to you while you're busy in helping others to become rich. So always learning. All the leaders are learners. All the learners may not become leaders. All the leaders are learners. All the leaders, all the great men and great women have a habit of learning all the time. So I encourage you to build a team around you. Teamwork is the way you can reach your destiny, you can achieve your goal, you can enjoy your life. So today you heard from me about teamwork. Teamwork is the way the dream works, and teamwork is the way you will get a meaningful life. You can achieve everything in life. The more bigger the team you can build, more better you become. Jesus built a team of 12 people. He turned the whole world upside down in 300 years. And you can build a team. If you don't know how to do it, go and join a team. Join a local club, join a local society or somewhere, or join your community and be a team member with one intention that you want to be a team leader one day. Being a leader is the place that where you feel really comfortable. You will become a leader. You can become a leader. That's a design you have within yourself. The word team work stands for 8 things. First one, T stands for trust. E stands for economy of the energy. You learn to control the energy well. And S stands for affirmation. M stands for manage your mistakes. W stands for weekly meetings. O stands for open communication. R stands for reward people, relate to them well. And K stands for keep learning. Always wear a L badge. Thank you. All the best.
I hope this message has blessed your life. You are welcome to join with us for a lively praise and worship at Emerald Lawns every Sunday at 11 a.m. Come, join us and enjoy the power of changed lives. Once you meet Jesus, your life will never be the same again. Jesus is the answer for all your problems. When God works in you, you are a winner. I believe you are blessed by the message that you have heard today. We are working constantly to make a change in our community. Come and support our charity called El Shaddai Street Child Rescue, rescuing thousands of children from the streets and slums of India and making them responsible, confident citizens of the nation. For more information, please visit our website www.childrescue.net. We are looking after hundreds of children through our children's home, shelters and community care centers. You can help a child go to school by paying Rs 800 a month, or you may support a child in our homes by paying 1,500 a month. Feel free to come and volunteer with us to help the poor and needy. Thank you and God bless you.